Why didn't I think of, opting out of full screen menu in the first place? Now I can actually see if it... Alright, remove that. Hey, it's working. Can I, like... something like this, maybe? Nope. Hold on. I get to, like... I can't snap it to the side on either of my screens. Alright. Okay, so now it is working. Alright. Alright, and it is recording. Definite. Alright. So, yeah, I guess this is just another, Hey, anybody. This is gonna be another, I guess, game and ramblings. Obviously, it's Sims 3, so... I'm sitting on my bed instead of in the kitchen because it's my day off from work and I'm sitting in my underwear without a bra on. I'm also wearing, my... Well, what are you wearing? Oh, I don't know, actually. I'm actually wearing my shirt from Math League because... that was one of the few activities I got to do. And I had a lot of fun. Which is kind of hard to say considering half the time, we weren't exactly one of the best teams. Primarily because all these other schools would, like, be taught what was on, like, the Math League questions or whatever, like, the areas they covered. They'd be taught, like, a week before or whatever. And Danny and I had noticed we'd always learn what, exactly what we were looking at a week after. Like, I remember one time it was, like... I probably still have some, like, those old sheets. But, like, I don't know, for, like, an example, like, it'd show us, like, factorials, and we'd be like, what the fuck does this mean? And then, like, next week in school, pretty much without a doubt, we're gonna be learning what factorials are, and then Danny and I would be like, this is what everyone else was doing? Holy shit. But, anyway, I'm wearing, one of the Math League shirts. We had, I want to say, maybe 2 shirts? Because 2 of the years, I participated in Math League all 4 years, so I was really proud. But it was, 2 years people didn't make shirts because no one was really, I guess, aware? Maybe? I don't know, it just wasn't a concern, but then Danny was like, hey, why don't we bring back shirts? Uniform shirts, like, all the other classes, or all the others do. Because at that point, we had been using, the previous years, which was, like, the same one since, like, 9th grade. We'd been wearing the same shirts. And so Danny's like, hey, let's, make some new shirts. And then I'm like, oh, okay. And then so Danny and I would be, like, working on it during study hall or whatever. And it's a light blue. It's blue and red, our school colors. But instead of, like, a base red, we went base blue with red writing. And it was, on the back it says Simley Spartans Math League. It's got a Spartan on it, which I was proud for the Spartan I found. And then the front is, because, like, all these Math League shirts always have, like, puns. Like, I had some pie, and it was delicious. Or, like, I want to say Tartan maybe had, like, a cosine or sine joke. And then maybe like South St. Paul had like a graphing joke or whatever. I can't remember, but we were all deciding on like the pun we should use. And then I found one online, which was the one that we had or went with, and it's the Romans didn't find algebra very challenging because x was always 10. So Alright. Alright. Anyway, I don't oh yeah, that's why I'm in my room. I also got like several mosquito bites on me. Because late one night last week, on Wednesday going into Thursday, and some of my best friends, Madison, from 3rd grade, and Mike, her fiance, which I won't list of how long I've been friends with them because it's just like a break. Mike, he picked on us in elementary school. He and like Brady threw rocks at us. And I would just beat the crap out of him, because like my dad said, they're not gonna stop unless you teach them. And worst comes to worst, if you fight, go for the eyes. They can't fight you if they're blind. And then Corey. But yeah, we were all hanging around Lions Park. We parked on the other side of the road. Which by the end of the night, we were thinking, that's probably not a good idea, because someone was, like, looking out their window, and we're thinking, like, are they gonna call the cops on us? I mean, this probably does look pretty sketchy. But we had McDonald's, eating at the park, talking about ghost stories. Well into the wee hours of the morning. Which probably was not a good idea, because Madison and I were, dead exhausted for work the next day. Alright, I just got a text from my mom. Ooh. Mom, it's been a week. I would spend months at your house and not stop by Dad's unless I was like grabbing a wig or something. It's been a week, Mom. Don't make me feel guilty for spending time at Dad's. Oof. I know you're just teasing me because of the emojis you use, but come on. Anyway. Alright, is there a way I can, increase the size of... No, I can't. Alright, how about if I go... Options and just... I never understood these. That good? Alright, getting better. I personally want it just a little bit bigger, because this is actually a pretty big screen. What's this 16 by 10? What's that? Oh shit. Can I just, dick around like that until... Or is that the one I'm currently using? No, that one's a little bit bigger. Alright, can I just... Alright, so that's relatively good, right? Okay, yeah. Yeah, that can work. I don't like how tiny the menu is, though. Yeah. No World War. what now? Time traveler. What year is it? Can't remember the exact year, but they're like 1940 something. Like, time traveler. Oh, so right in the middle of World War One, and because it was the Great War until World War Two came out, and the person was like, World War. What now? But since I am in my bedroom, I can be a bit louder, because as far as I know, without being called crazy, or being asked who am I talking to by my dad and literally everyone else in my life. Because I remember my friends apparently, they were, surprise visiting me, and I was downstairs chatting to one of my friends, and they're just like, what, is someone already over? And my dad's like, no. And they're like, who the fuck is she talking to? And Dad's like, I don't fucking know. I mean, my phone was upstairs, and I didn't have a phone down here, so they were confused. So anyway, yeah, but my building skills have definitely, yeah, I know it doesn't look like that now, considering what's where and everywhere. But my building skills have gotten significantly better since, Sims 2. And Sims 3 to Sims 4, they improved a bit. Nowhere near, awesome, but better. I gotta say, ever since I was, a child, 9 years old, exploring YouTube, I had always wanted to be a YouTuber. I know that's, the apparently, generic American dream now, because, a lot of American children want to do that or whatever. But I've genuinely wanted to do this for a long time, and I'm starting to think, because I don't want to give up on this dream. Okay, this is one dream I refuse to let go. I mean, I've unwillingly let go of dreams before because, people have told me it's stupid or whatever, and first of all, don't let people say it. If they say it's stupid, call them stupid, alright? It's something you love to do. It's something you're passionate about. Don't give up, even if you don't think you're good for it. My whole thing with creating video games, because, people, I never believed I'd have the cut for it because I couldn't master, Java. All I could do was, print screens, input, or, printing words on a screen and input, and I was too scared to ask for help, and, I couldn't understand anything. But I still managed to do pretty good for a simple, basic text-based adventure before I went overboard and started creating all these characters and whatnot. I went, in depth, and I haven't even began programming it, primarily because I can't. I went in detail. I got lores, legends, customs for each and every single one of these, races, and there's, a total of, 28, 32 different languages, in, their own little keys, some words here and there, but, their own grammar, some words. I have this whole counting system for, the numerateros. I have several maps, storylines regarding, 3 different primary characters, and then stories following, 8 others. A whole subsection level about, hell and the different circles of it. Which, one of these days, I do hope I'll be able to, find someone who'll help me turn that into an actual game, because I guess, the whole reason that, I have these stories worked out, these grand adventures, but I just gotta figure out how someone could implement their own character, because I love RPGs, But I love RPGs more when they have like your own little create your own character. Because I don't know, I feel more involved that way. I feel more hooked. Like, if the character I'm playing, I'm able to, like, change the appearance of, you know, and send them out into the world, and control them. Well, that's what RPGs do, but if I'm really able to, like, go deep down to this character and, like, change their bone structure pretty much, I'm gonna be a lot more invested and involved. That's why I've played some of the Elder Scrolls games so many times. Oh, by the way, I've actually recently discovered, well, not recently discovered, but I recently started playing Dragon Age. Dragon Age Inquisition. I can't tell you the story. It was like, I want to say 10th grade, maybe 11th grade. I knew about Dragon's Age existence. Primarily because, like, I was searching online for, like, Skyrim fan art because, because there was a picture of Alduin sitting on, like, a pile of sweet rolls with, like, a sweet rolls on his nose horn. And I was, like, trying to find that image again so I could set it as my background. And it led me to Pinterest or whatever. And then I found these pictures of Hawke and Fenris. I thought, oh, that's a pretty cool wood elf character. A pretty cool wood elf OC. Whose Skyrim's character is that? That's pretty cool. He looks awesome. And I was searching more and more, and then I noticed that the female character started changing, and I'm like, what's this mean? And then I saw someone like finally one of the tiles had like Dragon Age's Hawke and Fenris. And I'm like, oh, and I started putting the pieces together. I'm like, oh, he's not someone's Skyrim OC. He's not a wood elf. He's just an elf. Oh, that's cool. Dragon Age? That sounds like a fun game. and that kiddos is how I found out what Dragon Age was. It was a mess. Like, I had several pictures of Fenris saved as Skyrim elf character in, like, my Skyrim folder because I thought it was cool, I wanted to base a character off of that. Off of, what I believe to be was someone else's Skyrim character. Like, you'll go back onto my original computer, or my desktop computer, and you'll just, like, go into the Skyrim folder and just click on glowing wood elf man. That reminded me of, it was like one of those Reddit posts. Going all the way back about not giving up on dreams. This... I genuinely do want to be a YouTuber since all those ages ago. Because, like, you'd see all these things like, oh, why did I become a YouTuber? Because I was sad, I was depressed, and then I'd go online and see, like, pretty much the online community, which was kind of... Certain parts of it were, like, a con community. What I mean is, like, if you've ever been to, like, a convention, then again, I've only have, like, Anna Minneapolis for reference, but, like, everyone there, like, we could live minutes away. We could live in other states, but when we're under that roof, we're all friends and family. Like, you may not know me, I don't know you, but hey, can I have a hug and let's take a photo together? And everyone would be like, hell yeah, or like, hey, wanna play DDR with me in the arcade room? Sure, fam. we don't know each other. We don't even know each other's names, our backgrounds, or anything. And yet, none of that's important. Because when we're all there, we're all friends because we're all fans. You know. But, on YouTube, kind of. Like, the first, 10 comments before descending further into the comment section, it was all friends and family, the community, they were just I'd go online, see these people, they'd be having a great time, they'd be encouraging, didn't matter who you were, they encouraged you to, not give up, to believe in yourself, to believe in your strengths, and so I did YouTube to try and, give back, to make other people happy, and damn, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do, and, trying not to sound like pretty much every other person out there, but yeah, YouTube's given me some pretty good laughs, helped me make a few friends, when I was struggling through the majority of my life so far. I can guarantee you more is gonna be down the lane. Ugh. But, it helped me through some pretty tough spots in my life. That I call my life. But, this ongoing disaster. And, I do want to give back, I know I'm not going to be as good as them as I'd wish to be, especially right off the bat. But I'd love to be able to give back and, make other people laugh. And then, eventually, when I'm older, maybe graying, being able to look back on these times captured in videos. All these times I'm, laughing, making jokes with friends. And just remember those good times. No matter how old I may be. Or, look back and cringe at how terrible I was. Marmaduke, that's not the license I was asking for. But, yeah. And, my friend / coworker Andre said, if you know you're bad, you also know that there's room for improvement. And then, just, I guess, start off with, another quote one of my other friends, Moises, had said, while he and I were getting, I'm probably gonna be arrested for this or something, demonetized, while we were, smoking weed when I was on vacation in Arizona visiting my grandparents. I'm like, hey, you in the area? Want to hang out one of these days? Because Sam and I were heading to the Grand Canyon, And, and Grandma, was like, it's just a hole in the ground. I've seen it once, I don't need to see it again. But, anyway, so Moises and I were just hanging out in the back of the car while Sam watched a movie late one night. And, we're just like, damn. Let's catch up. And we did, and, I told him all about, the whole YouTube thing, because I had been telling him for years I'd like to do it. And he was like, yeah, sure, that'd be fun, he was encouraging me. And he's like, yeah, I mean, we're states away, but yeah, I could help, we could collab, it'd be fun. But he also said something pretty encouraging, because, we were stoned out of our minds, He was doing primarily talking, but then again, I was just happy he was there. I was fine listening to him, seeing how well things had been going for him. I was glad just to be there with him. To catch up with one of my friends. But, a thing he told me, because I was like, oh yeah, guess what? They also found out I have, some more mental things. And then he told me, which, I guess words I really keep close to my heart, my mind, because, you have all these people with, I guess, healthy brains, or I don't know, like these regular people, quote unquote regular, and just like they're good at several different things. But then you have people like us with autism who we're not good at many things, but we're great, if not damn near unbeatable, at one thing. So, you told me autism wasn't really, it wasn't a disability, it was, in a way, a superpower. That people with autism, their minds weren't built for several things. They were built to be great in one thing, to excel in one area, and be, the very best at said thing. Obviously, he said it in better, he probably said it in better words than what I'm saying right now, but normal people are good at several things. Autistic people are exceptional at few. Top the tops. We are specialized in those fields, in those areas of interest. And I'm probably gonna get yelled at in the comments if anyone actually ever decides to watch these, and doesn't quit after like 10 seconds in or 5 seconds in after realizing this isn't the video I'm looking for. But, so those words have kept me trudging through a lot. Anyway. No, I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, you just gotta finish up making this house. Yeah, but I don't know how, like, YouTube, like, they might not have also started off so great, but, like, at least they were able to, like, I guess, keep talking, as far as I know, because, while playing the game, which, I keep hitting the wrong button. Because I'm used to it being here, because I've just been binging on Sims 4 for, like, a while. Anyway. They managed to, play the game good and with accuracy or whatever, while keeping up stories and talking. And so I'm like, God, I'm getting tired of just spouting out these random stories, like I'm having a hard time focusing on, like, normally I can do like 3 things at once, 10 things at once, but right now, oh damn, am I having difficulty just, playing Sims and keeping up a story. Or just in general keep talking and filling in the void. Because with my software, I, like, OBS or whatever, or with this capture card, because honestly I don't know if the two are needed anymore for each other. I don't I don't know how to, like, edit and trim all this and that. Even though I would, like, edit all, like, the school projects and whatnot. But I don't know how to do that on this program, or just in general on these types of computers, because I used to edit all this on, like, my mom's Mac. So, an iMovie, so I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to video editing, so I know for a fact I'm just gonna have to keep the stories flowing because I can't cut. I am having such fucking difficulties doing that right now. Keeping up the talking and doing the game and making sure it's not boring. I could probably tell you about different things, but this is only my second video. I don't want to get into those kind of stories or whatever yet. I say as I'm, like, progressing back on what I've already said. Oof. Hey, you know why like people are just like so ugh at their own voice after they hear on like a recording? Yeah, it's probably because like they hear their voice from inside their head, which on its own just sounds pretty fucking cool. But they're used to hearing their voice from like an insider's perspective, so now that they're just listening it on back, they're like, oh good, is that what I sound like? Yeah, after thinking you sound like a certain way for so long, only to just, be upfront with, hey, guess what? That's not what others hear you as. And so you're just like, oh god. So I've always found that a bit, pretty cool, pretty amusing. It's gonna sound really trashy, but like I bought a third vape or a third Juul. I had a black one, lost it for like a few months. I'm like, I can't handle this. My nicotine addiction is killing me, and I gotta quit the cigarettes. So I need to buy another Juul before this gets even more out of hand. So I bought a silver one. Well, 3 weeks ago, I lost that too. Upon discovery of my first one, I lost my second one, and then proceeded to lose my first one again. So I'm like, gosh dang it. Yesteryear. It. Yesteryear. Yeet. Yeet your sofa. Yeet your sofa. Go yeet your sofa. Go yeet yourself. And I had, recently rediscovered my cucumber Juul pods, which is gonna sound really trashy that I'm saying this in the first place. Yeah, but I had recently discovered them, and then Sam's like, oh. Okay, first off, I'm suspecting, like, a whole, I don't know what to call it, I think Vietnam War thing? Because, like, I remember Mom telling me stories of, like, drinking age or something. I think it was the drinking age, being buffed up to 21, but like the kids who were like already drinking, are just like who are like 18 and already drinking were like what about us? Are we just not able to do it anymore? And so they made an exception for them because they just recently made like the smoking age 21, but in my store, we hadn't gotten any word about that, so we're still IDing for 18. And the whole situation's, like, I'm starting to think that situation might be happening to me, too, as well. Because, I've smoking since I could, relatively speaking. With a Juul, or, well, with a vape at the time. Because Juuls hadn't come out until I, was recently, or till I was, near the end of 12th grade, graduating. Anyway, and apparently now it's 21, but I'm still able to buy cigarettes, but some kids aren't. So I don't know what's going on. So I think one of those whole scenario situations or whatever is going on again, maybe. God damn it, rotate, you son of a bitch. Ugh, do I want it facing that way? I don't. But it's not gonna look good the other way. Yeah, throwing down an Oculus Rift or a PlayStation VR or whatever. What the fuck is this? Baronet's fiefdom. What? Cause as much as I love Into the Future, I'm trying not to do that with this house. At least not yet, because I don't know. It's there's the Almanac of Time and the Legacy statues, And I'm like, at the beginning of the play, I'm like plotting out like, okay, who do I want for which legacy statue? Because I kind of want the daughter to be the main deal, but I also want it to be the daughter of the Eve. But I do like well, pretty much Eve's stepdaughter, Brooke. You know, because I like her character. You know, but I'm also thinking it's gotta be Eve's, because on Sims 4, I was, you know, when I was binging it for like the past 2 weeks or whatever, you know, it was I guess in my head the canon of her like granddaughter or great granddaughter or like one of her descendants, you know, where the last name was just cut down to a Brailson, you know, and she was like kind of top deal head honcho and whatever. So I want to be part of her bloodline, but I also don't want to leave out Brooke because like I just love her character. Anyway, yeah, so I'm like, it's gonna sound kind of weird and Tennessee like in nature, but like, worst case, I'm gonna like try and branch out the family a bit so that her descendant and like her descendant become like third cousins or whatever, so they can re-intertwine and make that kid head honcho maybe, or at least like the whole, like the main statue, because there's like several different statues, like one for bot building, and I don't really care for Leon. I made him, and yeah, I don't really care for him. Hold on. Alright, no, she can't. Alright. Alright, never mind then. You know, because one's like money-wise with the lottery and funding the future. One, you know, one's like, I think, fashion setter. Another's one is like the, I guess, the laser harp. I don't know what to call it, but I like to think of it as a laser harp. So have you ever seen like Tetris played on laser harp, like, or like this theme played on the laser harp? It's pretty cool video. And then a bot building one, and then just one that managed to change the future into dystopia and then utopia, or managed to do like all 3 possibilities, you know. So you know, I'm already planning out like who should be who or do what. You know, Brooke's obviously gonna be one. Don't know which one yet, but the main one's gonna be the kid that intertwines the 2 families back, or well, the 1/2 question mark families back into one. It's gonna be like head honcho, but you know, whatever. Can I just like point out, like, in the beginning in like Sims 2. My sister's boyfriend at the time, Alex, he like taught me how to like cheat The Sims. So I remember like the first. It's a simple cheat. It's a simple spell, but quite unbreakable. Anyway, like the one cheat that's like I guess changed with the games too. It was first like bool prop. Oh shit. It was all like bool prop space testing cheats, like capital E and A B enabled, and then like true. And in Sims 3, it's lowercase e and just getting rid of bool prop. And then Sims 4 is just like cheats enabled. Can I just like point out that? But the mother load has always been there. I think they got rid of cha-ching in this one. Oh fuck, it's not gonna let me close out of this one, isn't it? Tell me a joke. Or was it joke? Yeah, it was joke, please. I can't close out of it? Fuck. It's hard to pin anything. Fish. Psychiatrist that 1 every 4 people is mentally ill. Check 3 friends. If they're okay, you're it. Belt. Damn it. Dang it. Fine. Alright. Yee. I gotta get just the right position on my bed because, like, I've had, like, a hangnail in my big toe for, like, I guess since the dawn of time. But I've never gone to the doctors to have it fixed because I guess, used to the pain. You know, and the occasional, my ears are suddenly plugged. Because of the position I'm in? I don't know. Anyway, so every so often, you know, it gets, I don't know, infected? I don't know. It swells up and, you know, there's pus in it. And I've just gotten used to, you know, snipping or cutting the skin off. I guess tearing away some skin, you know, till, like, you're right there, like, raw skin or whatever. You know, it looks like there's a pocket because, like, there's, like, a thick layer of skin and then, like, this red area. You know, you touch it, it hurts. I've just gotten so used to doing that. This is the first time I've ever put, like, ointment and a Band-Aid on it, though. Anyway. That was probably really gross, now that I think about it. I've just gotten so used to it at this point that I have, like, these whole special stuff that I made and do just so it doesn't hurt. sorry if you hear anything like slurping or bubbling spit or whatever. And I've been like salivating a lot. And I have no idea why. Normally I salivate like this whenever I'm about to throw up, but I'm not that sick, as far as I know. Also, the yellow sapphires have been like stuck like this for a longest time, and it's pissing me off because I don't know how to fix it. I've tried like debugging and resetting him, but like nothing's working. I don't know. Is you? Oh shit! That's burning. All right, hold up. Fuck. I may have to go into the kitchen. Yay, cold countertops. Go to sleep, child. You're probably gonna be really cool, but as of the current moment, I can't stand you. No! God dang it. Keep hitting the wrong button. I could replace the hot tub. I mean, what am I doing with that? Also, I'd like to point out, like, how much I just love the fact that there's, like, a shadow of where a battle axe would have laid. Like, it's just, I find it felt funny, and, like, the spatula, and, like, the calipers, and the star, the giant tongs, I guess, really. I just find it so funny. Oh, no, I gotta pee. Actually, there's nothing wrong with that. It just seems like there could be more. And better. Now! Why do I keep doing that? Y'all have heard of like the children's table. What about the children's seat of isolation? Ma'am. Hmm. Oh, that's adorable. Not something I'd use as a flooring, but adorable. Mm. You know what I really like about The Sims 3 and over The Sims 4? Like, the more ability for customizations. Like, Sims 3 definitely gives you more space to really make things your own. I mean, definitely, but there are definitely things Sims 4 does better than Sims 3, but there's also lots of things Sims 3 does better than Sims 4. Mm, get some AstroTurf? God, what is it? What is it? Ow! Don't you start acting on me like this. Alright, well, I just got a text from Madison, so I'm probably just gonna end this video now. And then catch up later. Alright, so it's nice to see that that's being slow. Alright, well then. I don't remember. Oh, I don't want to drive. I don't remember how I signed off my last video, but this is Jumpy Hawk or Invisible Flame. I don't remember which channel I went with. I don't know if I went with my sister's Pop Tropica name or mine, but that's a whole nother story. If I didn't already go into it. But this is Jumpy Hawk. I guess signing off again.